1 second. Okay, so big small one was a Dracian, not actually a Dragonborn. I know that's a big shocker. Her chronological years of life was 17 to 19, which put her at a maturity rate of 9 years old because Dracians age so much slower.
Of course.
And they age at half the rate of a human until they reach maturity at roughly 34 to 36 chronological years when they are about 16 to 17. So
Higher on the lower
that would
end
mean
of
that would mean uh uh
You might cheat.
that one second, I'm scrolling because I did write all this down.
Of course.
That big small one would reach her prime 22 to 24 at 65 years of chronological age. Now, because she's only about 19 years of chronological age, that's another 45 years. Kane, as a shifter, has a max lifespan of 60. Bob, as a Kenku, has a max lifespan of, we put it at 70 for average, meaning that both Bob and Kane will die before Big Small One becomes an adult.
Damn.
Elitha, as a starry elf, has a lifespan in the thousands, but she's only half that, and her other half had a much shorter lifespan. And so Lily was thinking chances are by the time Big Small One becomes an adult, the entire party will have died on her. Now,
Which is
you
very
wanted to
sad.
say a high elf and a Kenku mix. A high elf, typically, as you said, 1500, though it actually depends on, because of the proper setting, they could theoretically reach over 10,000.
Yeah, but per 5e, when I searched it, and this is what I'm going off of to not get an astronomical number, because I could, and it would make things interesting for no particular reason. But according to 5e, when I do high L5e age,
Is it
high elves
2014
and
or
gray
2024?
elves. I'm not even going off of that. I'm just the first thing that popped up. Not the AI overview. I hate AI, so I'm not gonna do it. High elves and gray elves, both considered to be the same thing in 5e, have different aging processes. High elves are younger adults from 100 to 175. That's when they're young adults.
Yep.
While gray elves are 150 to 250. So that's a 25 extra years of being a young adult and moved 50 years forward. Gray elves live up to 2,000 years. It doesn't actually say what high elves normally do, from what I've seen, of at least what's said. And so that's why I put regular high elves to be around 1,500. Kind of playing around with the number. It
That
could,
makes
on all
sense.
intents.
My interpretation of that is that's not their lifespan, that's just how long they typically live until they die, typically by arrow to the knee or muted axe.
I took an arrow to the knee. Let's go.
So,
fair. So then,
based on that, I think what would happen would actually be quite interesting, because I think what would happen is you'd lean more towards the elf side of things until you reach a young adult stage, after which you'd start to rapidly decline and you wouldn't reach into the thousands the way a full-blooded elf would, but instead you start degrading much more quickly because your Kenku biology no longer has that elven youth to it.
Mm.
Very possible.
In my case, I'm going to forgo that for one particular reason,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the original character, Raw. Too strong, too strong.
Well, I mean, if you just said, what was Raw's age, I'd turn to the DM and ask, "Hey DM, how long was Raw around before Paradox ate him?"
Not that raw.
No, Raw. So
No, but it's the only canonical god we've ever seen die to have a basis for how long the Borb could have lived.
fair enough.
Okay,
Considering the
so
fact that of all things considered, in our little headcanon, uh, Raw's mother,
Verna Hildegard.
Verna Hildegard, became a god and then just immortalized Raw eventually by just eventually getting them all cybernetics. It's fine. Raw the
Cyborg
original is still
Borb.
existent.
Cyborg
um,
Burb.
Now,
I
in my setting, I actually do something interesting. Whenever someone has elvish blood in them, but they
mm,
aren't full elf, I
mhm.
roll a percentile to see what percentage of elf they are, and that is how I determined what percentage of the elven lifespan they get.
Mm. Okay. I
Yeah,
was
that
going
makes
for about a
sense.
50-50. I was going for about a 50-50 mix, so then okay. I'm gonna update some notes.
Anyways, so we have enough people here. I've gone over what happened last week in my head. So you guys are have woken up. It's a nice, bright, sunny day. The blacksmith woman has written out all her notes for dimensions and what kind of fittings would be needed, and she gives you all a wave and tells you that she'll send an invoice for she'll send like a letter or something, but to let you guys know that when everything's ready before she heads out.
Mary would give her a blessing of safe travel.
Please roll me a religion check.
Oh no.
You're a cleric. You're supposed to be good at this.
I know, but you
Supposed to
asking
an
for it
hour.
has made me nervous.
No, you're trying to give a blessing, so I'm thinking, okay, give a religion check to see how good your
Watch
blessing
this
is.
woman be of an entirely different denomination, and now we have to fight.
That'd be funny.
You guys already know what she worships. She worships the Sapphire
Wait, no, that's
Star.
right. I'm using wisdom for my religion. Ignore that 17. I'm supposed to be using. That's right. I use my insight for my religion checks. Okay, it's 8.
She'll just give you like a very confused look. Uh, Thank you, Lassie. I don't really know what kind of prayer you're saying, but uh, but I wish you luck as well. May the Sapphire Star ever guide your path. She gives a bit of a bow before squeezing her way out the door.
Need
That
bigger
went
door.
perfectly.
Brib will just need bigger door.
To be fair, you guys were expecting a 10-foot tall woman to be working here.
We
Becoming
need a
in.
bigger door. Just in case for those 10-foot people.
10-foot people.
What if it's a person who's 11 feet? Whoa.
Bob,
Huh?
let me scroll up in DMs to see if I sent you the thing. I sent you the summary for how the Feywild should walk.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Uh, I am now going to send you something else.
Intriguing. Brib will start sketching out a design for a door that he wants to put in because he wants a bigger door.
Mary would nod. Obviously, if there are people this big in the Mirelands, they need to have a door that can accommodate them.
If you guys kind of like check the wall, you guys kind of realize that from floor to ceiling, the wall is about, give or take, like 8-9 feet. Right, give or take.
Hmm.
So you guys wouldn't really have the room for a 10-foot tall door.
That's really rude of you. Okay. Ah. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Ooh, I have ideas.
Oh. What are your ideas?
Don't worry about
That
it.
I as a DM would like to know your ideas.
Oh, it's not going to be prevalent for now.
I,
Don't worry, DM. You are A-okay.
that is not reassuring, but I will go with that. All right, so you guys are you guys, it is a nice bright morning, and you guys don't really know what you guys never really decided what to do next, as you guys do have a few options laid before you. And one of them, Mary Day, is trying to make sure that the Breb does not try and stab the King of the Mire.
He just doesn't have to start shit, and there won't be shit. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't see the flaw in my logic.
I mean,
If he doesn't start shit, there won't be shit. I only said that I would stab him if, he wants to be threatening.
what do you say to this, Mary Day, as he's making this argument in the Kenku tongue?
I think Mary would just look very, very concerned.
So again, a few paths are laid out before the party, with one of Reb's ideas going to the capital and explaining the situation to the High King, or not the High King, to the King of the Mire. Another being Mary's idea of going down to one of the other settlements to try and purchase some cows or pigs for feeding the Barrows. And I believe another option that was put before you guys is possibility of just traveling to another town to try and maybe find another dungeon to earn some more loot from. Those are some of the options that have been laid out before you all.
Brib is very content with just going to the King of Camelot.
Well, I think for the moment we should probably establish like some menu items for our tavern, and
Yes.
and probably do tavern stuff. Like Mary's no businesswoman, but she's pretty sure that your business won't do business if you're not businessing.
Of course.
Yeah, but eventually.
So
You
as
know?
so as you're talking and Mary making her offer, and it does sound like a very good idea to all of you. But again, it is entirely up to you all what you wish to do.
Getting our livestock does seem very important.
Well, Mary's village is just on the outskirts of Camelot, and they do have cattle, though her village is kind of poor and they probably don't have much to spare.
That is true. And you guys still don't have too much transportation ability due to, well, the saddles still need to be made as a. Yeah, the saddle for a bear off is gonna take a while.
Nah. I'm sure it's completely fine.
Of course, very fine. The best of fine, even.
Could possibly be going wrong.
Exactly. We'll just be a little shaken during the ride. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I cannot conceive of anything possibly going awry with this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what was your suggestion, Brib?
Go to the king.
Mary does have that painting of the crystal that she needs to take to the capital.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things pointing at the king.
And it would do well to get big advertising like that.
Mm-hmm.
That king looking nice and promising.
I'm just okay. So out of character, I'm just worried because there's no way a level 3 party could actually defend themselves if something went wrong in this situation.
You are 100% correct. However, this is the very, very logical route to go. I'm playing by all rules.
I mean, Mary likely doesn't even think the party could, because we're just a bunch of country bumpkins. How are we even going to get an audience with the King of Camelot?
Just let me figure it out. Everything
Oh,
will be 100% fine.
That was what I was afraid you would say.
Let Brad figure it out. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know what could possibly have worried you to such a degree.
Well, okay, so let's first work on let's have you guys first roll some checks for working on menu items before the plan to go to Camelot is
So
hammered
Mary and Giuseppe were working on some items, and Giuseppe was explaining how, you know, over in
Not Italy.
well, not in Italy, but Fantasia. Fantasia is what we're calling, not Europe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I need to add that to my notes. I forgot to add that.
Come on, not Asia is very important for not anime.
No. Not anime would come from Asteria.
Asteria.
It's not anime. Is there a not Olive Garden?
That is from not Italy. I'll have you know.
Which is actually called Napoli.
Great, not Italy. Oh boy.
All right. Anyways, so just so all three of you, can you please roll me some checks?
So we learned that there is this bread, peppernickel, which would be like one of the heights of bread at this time from Fantasia.
Yes.
And so that's a really good quality bread. And then we could take some really nice high quality cheese with this high quality bread, put in some herbs, some fancy cooking techniques. We can make a very high quality grilled cheese because I'm refusing to let that go.
Gourmet grilled cheese.
Gourmet these nuts.
Look, we have basic cheese sandwich and then we have a fancy cheese sandwich.
Made with Baroff cheese and Baroff butter.
Oh, you know what? You should have like an iron print of a Baroff's to imprint the toast with a Baroff.
Oh my gosh! PB, I would like to run after the blacksmith.
Sure. Like she only left like about 20 minutes ago, so it's not too difficult to chase after her. It's not like you can. It's not like she's really hard to spot. Again, she is a 10-foot tall woman.
And it's not like we can't catch up to her. We have
as the Bob just hops onto the roof.
Yeah.
Brad's just like
Well,
hop
we can
onto
literally
the...
hop on. We can hop on Morticia.
Yeah.
Brad,
you would
no.
catch up to
Send
her.
Ruby. She's just a giant. She's just a flying periscope.
Ruby, go!
Oh my gosh! Ruby flies up and lets out a beep, and then Morticia's head swivels.
Oh my god! Ruby's just a pair of car keys for Morticia.
Beep, beep.
Oh god, that sounds great. So again, it's not too difficult to like find her and everything. You run her down and she just licks you.
What
Hey!
down? Oh no!
No,
Morticia, no!
no. Run up to where I'm at. I apologize.
Run her down. Oh god. Morticia, god, you killed her.
I just like she just kind of looks to you. Let's see what appears to be the problem.
Morticia, Mary comes up to her with sparkles in her eyes.
And probably a bit out of breath.
No. Mary's got a strong set of lungs and all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, she's a minotaur after all.
She can hoof it.
Yeah.
I would be mad at you, but that is canonical. So begrudgingly, I accept it.
We take begrudgingly.
Mary would walk up and explain to her the plan of the, what was it, Beowulf imprinted frying pan?
Yeah, like, or not even a primary. You can just get a branding.
Yeah, it's
Like
literally
a
just
brand
like a
iron.
like I know what he's talking about. It's like one of those. It's basically like one of those branding irons, but use it to imprint like bread and shit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's literally just a branding iron. You just don't heat it up to nearly the degree that you would normally because you don't want to char what you're putting it on. You just want to lightly put it on.
And Mary would
Yeah.
explain this. And Brib, your goal is to eventually, when we get this branding iron, invent the waffle maker with it. And we'll have bear waffles.
Oh my god.
How am I gonna invent the waffle iron? Okay, I'll figure that out. Invent waffle iron. Add to my
No,
list of
invent
shit to
bear
do.
waffle iron.
Bear waffle iron. Oh
Fuck is a
god.
bear waffle iron?
It's a waffle iron, but it makes the input of a bear raw in the waffles.
Oh my god.
And here's the thing: once you've eaten a stack of waffles, you have a full belly at the belly of the bear off.
Immaculate.
Oh god, I love it. I love it too much.
Morticia is the single best branding decision we could have ever made.
Morticia is our branding.
All right, so can you guys please so you guys are workshopping some items and everything. Who's writing them down? After you run down the after you tell the lady to make a branding iron of a Barros face, and she's like, okay, I'll try to get that to you, lass, but I can't make any promises. I can get to it fast. I already have quite the load on my hands to hang up that giant crystal you have. Well, I'll see what I can do. As what she writes everything down, she will continue on her way walking.
It's a great time. We just more to
Also,
it's gonna be
she,
called the Morticia cheese.
Also, I'd like to point out the entire time that she's been with you guys, she's just been carrying her smithing hammer, which is fucking huge.
And Morticia has not faltered even a little bit.
No.
Which has to say something. When this woman wants to tell us that are we sure that she can ride with us? Yes. Our Morticia is fucking amazing.
She is the best Morticia. Uh,
Not sure where to go from here. I think we've peaked.
We peaked. We don't know how to do anything.
Mhm.
All right. Well, let's
Alright, so please write down these ideas, these things into the tavern menu stuff. Or at least write down add in the details.
Okay, I'll copy and paste into tavern session notes.
Menu session notes.
We
Yeah.
literally have a tavern menu channel.
Well, I mean, this was I I was
For the Baroth brand. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. It's fine to put it there.
we're gonna have an amazing bear off bar.
I feel you guys already have a name for your tavern now.
Belly of the Beowulf.
Belly of the bear.
Yes, I love it.
It's an amazing time. All right. So the king.
Plus, also, you guys kind of do need to head to the king head to the capital at least to get paperwork and shit filed for.
We have to go to the capital. We can't just go to the. Can't we just file it with the local village lord?
Nope.
This village doesn't have a lord.
Get fucked.
The closest one that you have
Let's go become village lords.
is.
Then we can sign our own paperwork.
No, that's
Maybe we can
the
bribe the
joke.
king.
We will eventually be outclassing and outstripping any local lord, but we're just tavern owners. Of course, we're not higher ranked than the lord.
But yeah, that's part of
Well,
the
it's
joke. like, the
Brib
closest
is now.
person in this village that is comparable to a lord is Grandpa Hori, and that's not even official. He's just the oldest person in the city.
I have an amazing idea. I have an amazing idea.
Yes.
Yes.
It is the best idea. It is on par with the bear off iron.
Oh,
Well,
go
that's a
on.
high bar to meet.
We're going to convince the king to make Grandpa Hori the village chief. No, the village lord.
Works for me.
Just convince
Mary
the
looks
king
over
of the fire.
at Grandpa Holly, and she's just like, "Oh, if only there was something we could do to repay him for all the kindness and generosity he's shown us."
Brib will like put his fist to his hand like he just had a brilliant idea. Make into lord. Go to king.
You're right. If we could get the king to make Grandpa Holly a lord, then he would have a land and pension fund, which is true.
Yes.
Canonically. And paperwork.
Yes, and that's why he wouldn't feel lonely. He would have something to do in his time, and that's a wonderful idea, Blib.
Brib is coming out with these fucking zinger ideas. Grandpa Hori's gonna have a fucking stroke.
Grandpa Hori's just going to all of a sudden receive a letter informing him that he is now the Lord of Barton.
However, I have a caveat out of character. I think we should wait till our adventurer plate necklaces are done, because imagine the amount of doors that'll open in Camelot.
Oh, you're so right.
Mhm.
You're so right.
So
So wait, okay. So we're gonna do a time skip of about a week to get our
Honestly, we have a bunch of groceries. We're making menu items. I think a time skip is actually the best thing to do because we're not doing anything.
exactly perfect idea. So we're gonna grab our
actually,
adventure
wait a
plates.
minute. Hold on. Let me go check my notes quickly.
Oh god, you're checking notes.
I have a bit of a timeline thing here.
Ooh, can we actually do checks for our business? I know there's a D&D system. It's kind of lackluster and bland, but there is a system for seeing how well your business does.
Actually,
Can I make one?
okay. So
Can
as you
he?
guys, hold on. So as you guys are working, so as you guys are working on menu items, writing it all out and everything, there's actually a ringing from the door.
Oh no.
Walk in what looks like a few different people, ranging from a dwarf, a halfling, three elves, and two humans.
Oh my god, it's the Lord of the Rings!
Lamau.
As these people walk in, and they just kind of look around as one of the humans as, as one of the humans who has like some sort of staff just kind of looks around and just mutters to himself about, oh, I don't remember this place being open the last time I was down this way. Pardon, is the tavern open?
Yes, the tavern is open.
Ah, yes, we would like to, as the group all find, like, as they all just like go to like the big table and like pull up the stools and the chairs and everything, will find themselves, uh they will all like sit themselves down and kind of ask what are you guys serving?
Uh,
What are you all serving at this hour?
so
The dwarf asks.
Brib will kind of waddle up to him. All right. And
Hey,
hold on.
what are you? I apologize. I
Brib.
had tokens prepared, but apparently they got deleted. So,
Unfortunately.
hold on. Let me go see
Name
what I have.
Brib.
Nice to meet you, Brib.
Uh,
Mind telling me, what do you have to what do you have to offer?
of course. Have bear off grilled cheese.
Bet off
Have-
good cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Grilled cheese made
believe-
with bear off milk. Or the cheese from bear off.
Wait.
Butter
Wait, it's
from
only been a week. We
bear off.
wouldn't have enough time to make cheese yet.
Yeah,
Mary's probably
we
still
haven't
making.
implement that yet.
Yeah, we don't have the
Ah.
cheese yet for that.
What do we have?
But you guys do have bear off and milk at the minimum.
So what the fuck should we? What do we have?
We have. Well, I mean, we did buy a bunch of stuff. We can offer them a really nice hearty stew.
I'll look at the. So Brib will look at them. We'll have eventually bear off grilled cheese. Currently have
Yeah.
hearty stew.
God damn, why is this halfling so big?
Oh,
It's not very half.
also, we do have the fixings. We can make them hamburger.
What is this hamburger? The halfling will ask, looking very confused.
Mary would smile as she steps out of the kitchen. It's a dish from my home village.
Ah, aye, that sounds mighty delicious. I'll take one of those. Oh, I think I'll take a stew. I'll take a stew. I think I'll also take the stew.
Mm-hmm. Mary would head back
How long
to...
would it be until we can make the bear off grilled cheese?
Oh, damn it. Why are these fucking tokens? Why the fuck are they always so big when I try to put them in?
Well, as soon as we actually get the Bear Off Dairy program up and running, I think like what, 6 months?
It takes a while for if you, especially if you really want a really good cheese, it takes time for it to age.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
there we go. So you guys, so Giuseppe, please roll me a cooking check. Breb, can you roll me performance for
We need to
tavern
find a
atmosphere?
dungeon that has one of those fountains of unyouth that rapidly ages anything put in it.
Mm-hmm.
What do I roll for cooking?
Survival.
All right.
All right.
That's
And
an 11.
All right, you're able to make some decent food.
then
not-
you
not
want
the-
me to roll performance?
Yeah, performance for performing at your own tavern.
Shocker. So to give some entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
my performance is a 9. That is a dirty 20.
All right. So, Breb, after you take everyone's orders and Mary Day, you go take them into the back to help Giuseppe. Okay, sorry. I literally just closed the thing, and the first thing I see is just nothing but political news. What the fudge? Anyways. Are you okay, Chi? You cold? Oh, she's shivering. Apologies. Breb, you start playing your new lute. You know that it has some powerful magic in it, and you use it to your advantage to dazzle these people as you're playing it with electric arcs coming off of it
Hmm.
to add to the brilliant performance. Mary, what would you like to do to add to the experience, if anything?
A loving smile.
All right. Give me a charisma check then.
Can I do persuasion? It's a very persuasively loving smile.
Sure.
Persuasively loving
14.
smile.
All right. Yeah. So as the day goes on, and you guys are, as these individuals are enjoying the meal quite greatly, one of the humans will just give a warm smile. Thank you very much for these meals. This has honestly been one of the better meals I've had at a tavern to on the way to one of the places we're going to. Really good food. Though I have to say, as he kind of like looks at the menu that like says like future items, I am very interested in this this Baroth grilled cheese. I know you said that it won't be for some time, but I have to say, my interest is quite piqued.
Have Baroth. The name Morticia.
Pardon? I just I had just assumed you had a source of Baroth. You'd be buying a source of Baroth. You actually have a Baroth.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia smiles. Indeed. She walks over, opens the window, and says in a sing-song voice, Morticia, Barry, Larry.
There is.
I will make like small little chirping noises to accompany that too.
So there's just all these people are just like looking very confused before you all just feel the building shaking vigorously as from the horizon, cresting over the hill that is part of the main road, they just watch, and you just see their looks from confusion to pure terror as they see these massive creatures. They see Morticia, a walking literal mountain, running up to running up, and her two smaller walking hills just running up, and Morticia's just kind of like looking in as Barry and Larry are like pawing at the door.
Mary would feed them the scraps from making the meal.
They would eat them very happily. I
Brib will rub the nose of Morticia, giving her little scratches.
They'll all just watch in pure amazement. The dwarf, especially, just looking super impressed. Like, the dwarf is looking so impressed beyond any reason. That's gotta be one of the biggest species I've ever seen.
Big softy. I say.
I that is stone on its head.
Mhm.
She has a very pretty crown.
Yes, that is In all my days of
Dwarf
adventure,
EXE crashed.
in all my days of adventure, I've never seen anything quite like it. I've, mm. He just like goes and trying to find words, just instantly doing the concerned expression.
He does the dwarvish thing and just resorts to drinking.
Takes another swig. Just all right.
He just like yeah, no, he just thinks for a moment, thinks for a little bit longer, then just starts downing cup after cup of ale.
I'm still petting Morticia as if she was just like a dog.
The elf, as part of them, will just looks with a 1,000-yard stare at this.
And you know, and you can hear like little like chirping noises as if they saw a regular Kenku like playing with a dog. How like, you know, you talk in a high-pitched voice to your dog, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's essentially the noise that is coming from Brib as they are petting Morticia.
So
And then
yes.
and then scratching her like neck with his beak and like, yeah.
The two humans just look at the display of Breb and Morticia. Look at Mary Day, who's just like casually feeding them, and it's just they both look at each other and nod a little bit to each other, taking a few moments for them to just whisper to each other before one of them will speak up. We'll just clear his throat before he will say, pardon. I do want to ask something. I do
Brib will look back.
I
Indeed.
do wonder who exactly owns this tavern amongst you all?
We all do.
We all do.
Oh,
Shared.
I see. Huh. Well,
Grandpa Hori says master hunters.
I thought we weren't committing to that bit.
I'm just
the
saying what
group hasn't
Grandpa
made
Hori
consensus,
says.
but Board likes to parrot it.
he's just
That's what he says. In my defense. Go ahead.
he's just coughing up what he just was trying to drink a moment ago as he was listening, and it's just as he just takes a very, very deep breath for a moment before he will just yes, of course, Master Hunter, I don't so me and my companion, me and my partner here, we actually run some trade between one of the northern settlements and Ocean Song. Uh, it's about a few weeks round trip, and so we were wondering if, because we have to admit the food is quite nice, but the entertainment and the company is actually quite impressive, and quite a nice environment. As he then just kind of stares at the giant crystal ominously glowing by the fire.
Mary would walk over with a cloth and like lightly dust it down, just humming happily as she does so.
Oh my god. Because we haven't like been able to send the painting would also be like right behind them.
Yes, he's just like, I also have to say, you have some superb artwork. This is quite familiar. As he just kind of looks at it, then the crystal, then back at it. I presume you had this drawn in-house by some really competent artist, correct?
Briv will like pat his chest very triumphantly, uh, and with a beak at a 45-degree angle, just did self.
Uh, you drew that yourself. Um. Oh, by the divines, what have we walked into? Whether we just wanted to stop for some food. I don't know. I was not expecting any of this. We were just stopping for some food, brother. We just thought that we were just stopping for food. We did not expect to find a place full of master hunters who have. He's just like the brother leans in, just like, I think that's a dungeon core. You can't be sure
Mary,
about
who
that.
I want to say has overheard this one nod. Indeed, and it was so rude.
Pardon?
Brib will be like, Brib will pipe up once more. Pulled out myself.
The dwarf just stares. Like this dwarf is like a very strong looking dwarf. And he just looks down. Looks down at the looks to the Kenku, stares at the gigantic, pulsating, glowing gem. The crystal that is the dungeon core looks back at Breb.
I like to think that
Before he just kind of looks at
others.
before he looks at the pint of ale he's holding, it will turn to Merry Day. How much will it cost me for? How much will it cost me for 3 kegs?
I don't think we have 3 kegs.
Do we have 3 kegs? What do we have?
We have 4.
Oh, let's
He's
go.
taken most of our stock.
He's paying a pretty penny for it. He's gonna pay a pretty penny for it. It's gonna be fine. It'll be fine.
Mary would begin to mention the actual sale cost before I imagine the blib interrupts.
How much did we buy each keg for?
You bought each keg for about.
Was that? I'll look up what the base price is.
If we have 4
I think I had it noted down somewhere, but I forgot where. Because remember, I've had to adjust the entire fucking economy to work based off silvers. Silvers and coppers primarily.
So, 1 barrel of medium quality ale would be 50 silver. Base D&D.
Okay,
right.
so we paid about 50 per, right?
Yep.
Give or take, because of how I've readjusted the economy a bit, I will say that it will probably be about 10 to 15 silver per keg.
Okay, we'll say on the high end then, and say that we ended up going with the 15. Okay. All right. We'll do 25 per keg.
The dwarf just kind of looks at you, looks at his drink, looks at the core, before just taking a deep breath, and just like takes out a gold piece and slams it down onto the counter.
Mary's eyes almost fall out of her head.
I'll take it all.
Cause you have to for how I imagine it, right? We want to be a bit above what we buy it for. Like we buy it, we sell it for a bit more than we buy it for, right?
Yes.
Well, yeah, we gotta make money.
That's how that works. If a keg is 15, we raise it by 10. We almost get a second keg from selling 1 keg. Perfect. I didn't know we could just I didn't know we could just say a number and it would be fucking paid.
Okay,
We have no
I'll
idea
say
how
this.
rich these guys are.
I'll say this. I rolled. He failed his will save
He failed his will save.
because of all the earth-shattering things he's heard
He's heard and seen.
from a tavern in the middle of nowhere.
Dwarven happy hour.
He just hears all this. Here's the price of the keg. That's in his mind. I rolled. He got a 2. He
Oh my
thought about it.
God.
Thought, fuck it. The ancestors are guiding me today. Ancestors guide me this day. And he pulls out a gold piece, slams it on the table, and says, "I'll take it all."
Mary has never seen an actual gold coin before.
Yes, so he watches, he pulls up this gold coin, he slams it onto the table, and it is stamped with the visage of the current king of Camelot, and on its head, with the tail being a sword and staff on the back, like kind of crossed.
Okay. So
Mary
we
was
just
like,
made our first gold. I think we are a
successful
successful business.
Yes, right away, sir. like Mary now thinks these people are like, they must be super highly influential because they're like so wealthy and they can just throw around this type of gold.
The elf is just like, "You're going to throw away the entire earnings from this business venture. Look, this place has some." He just stares at the core. "Look, I need to drown my sorrow somehow. And drowning myself in ale sounds like the best idea about now. Ancestors preserve us if these master hunters are also dungeon delvers. Ancestors preserve us." As he downs the rest of the string as he's waiting for Mary to come out with the 4 kegs.
As he's waiting
So
for the
you
other
saw the
4
order
kegs,
posted of Mary with the barrel on her shoulder. That's how she.
That's how she's carrying in,
Yeah,
like.
except she's carrying one over shoulder, one under shoulder.
Yes.
as she's coming out, Brib will also be like, 2 dungeons, conquered one. Other one helping.
Pardon, as he kind of just looks at you, small bird person. The elf just kind of says,
Brib will pat his chest again and just say, "Brib."
Brib, I do apologize. I find it quite weird. So
This is
you
weird. This is weird. You people are weird.
exactly. Just,
Politeness has failed.
you all are quite strange. You claim to have pulled that dungeon core, if my companions are to be believed, by yourself.
When he says that, I'm going to hop over to it and pick it up.
Joseph was like, hey. We all went into the dungeon together.
Together, but pulled out. Me.
As he ended up like holding it up and like waving it about.
Yeah, Brib is like moving it around like it's fucking cheese. It's just, no, it's fine.
The dwarf just staring in complete disbelief.
And then after I get bored, after like 30 seconds, I'll put it back down and then head on back.
Yes. How strong are you?
I will point at Slayer's character and just go, "She's stronger."
The dwarf just looks at Mary bringing in the kegs as he immediately grabs one as soon as it's set down, tears out the opening, and just starts chugging. The halfling just kind of just egging him on to keep going.
Mary would look down at the halfling and she would like smile, doing that thing where you lean over, and she'd be like, "Could I interest you in some pie? there were some I fresh picked some berries this morning.
He just pauses, and there's like a stone torn towards you. Yes, please. His eyes look wild as he mentioned pie. Yes,
We
please,
love
right
pie in
now.
this household.
I love
As-
a full pie.
As Mary's heading to the kitchen, she will whisper to Giuseppe, "I've no idea what a pie should cost, but I'll happily cook one up if you and Wib could figure that out."
Brib probably overhears the confusion because Brib probably heard her say pie and thinking we don't have pie on the menu. Okay. What do
still
we need to
making a
make
menu.
pie?
We're still making it.
Pastry,
Huh?
pastry filling.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
pastry
maybe like
filling.
I assume at the
10
mention of
silver
berries,
for like a
we
good
breed-
amount of it, right?
He has the whole
Because
pie.
you're not ordering for singular making of pies.
Mm.
So we'll say 10
like
silver is
berries,
there.
sugar.
How much
pastry.
in sugar? So 10 silver in hold on, 10 sugar. 10
Well, I mean, Mary
silver.
might not be putting in much sugar if she's using wild berries. They're pretty sweet.
True. So maybe
You,
like,
you gotta have the sugar to cook down, so it
but
makes that
but
jammy
we're still
kind of
using
filling
sugar,
texture.
right? The thing is
Yeah.
that we're still going to use some sugar, so we have to account for it. So we'll
Right.
say about overall ingredients, we'll say that we're using about 50 silver in total ingredients. Obviously, 50 silver is
That's
not
a
going
lot
to
of
be.
stuff.
Hold on,
Copper is
50
more
silver, or no, 50 silver is for the batch order.
He ordered a
not for
singular
individual pie.
You're not getting this for a single pie. I'm just getting a roundabout. So a pie should be roughly, and this is going to be like a normal sized pie, I assume.
Yeah.
No,
I'd
Mary's
say-
a minotaur. She doesn't. Her people stands of food is much larger.
Okay, we're still probably gonna end up pricing it the same, because 50 silver
probably
worth
like an
is only gonna
8
make
to
us
10
maybe
inch
10 pies
diameter.
at tops. So 50 silver, 10 pies, each pie being like a person and a half worth. I'd say 10 silver, especially since we're picking the berries ourselves.
You realize that in this economy, 1 silver is a ton of money.
Yeah. Like remember, I've rebalanced the economy quite a bit, so
Oh,
copper and silver is a more common thing. A full gold
Hold
is like an entire like massive amount of money. Like the fact that
So
dwarf
basically,
just
take
slammed down a
regular-
gold.
It's like basically 1 gold means we're like millionaires.
Like this was
Okay,
this was
so
supposed
then
to be
this
this guy's
so then
pay
50
for the
I think
entire
based on
round
everything
trip.
I think that you can reduce base D&D costs by 1/5 to get this economy.
Yes.
Basically, for what I'm basically doing to make it kind of easy is you take
So then-
whatever the base D&D cost is, and then shift it like 1 denomination down.
No,
Okay.
that would be a 10. I'm saying a 5.
It
Okay,
depends
so
on the
wait.
thing.
So how much would 50 silver worth of ingredients to make pies be?
That'd be like
In Mary Dane's pies. Keep in mind.
Right. In Mary Day's
We're not doing
pies.
normal pies. So it's like 1.5 more. It's not 1 pie, it's 1.5 pies.
Right. Hold on.
like 50 down to what? This would be like 1 silver, 1.5 silver.
Well, 50 to
One
1.5 is way too much. Or way too little.
That's why I'm saying how many pies would 50 silver get? Because if 50 silvers get us 50 pies, making it 1.5 silvers isn't bad.
Okay, so I just double checked my notes for stuff like this. I've reduced the ingredients to make a pie to about give or take to about 50 coppers to 75 coppers.
It's 10 copper to a silver, so that's 5 to 7.5 silver per pie.
Also, how are you getting the number of us having like 1 gold's worth of ingredients.
Huh?
We did not have that much
50
money to stock up the
No,
tavern
no, no, no,
on.
no. Remember, for what I've done is it's 10 copper to a silver, 100 silver to a gold.
We spent half a. We got like 200 silver.
And how much did you give Giuseppe?
How much did we give Giuseppe?
I think Giuseppe just had access to what the
Mary
party
gave
had in
no
their
no.
fund.
Rib came back with the money from the jewelers. Mary gave Giuseppe 32 silver.
Mm-hmm. On top of the 20 silver that he had from collecting stuff in the dungeon.
That's
So that
52.
means grand total of
The
50
Italian
silver
spent
of
half of the
ingredients.
budget on the ale.
Hold on. 52. And damn, how much shit?
For a lot of what he got, I am mostly working off of him doing how his bartering went, which wasn't bad. It just he could have done better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then what how much ingredients do we actually have? We still need to make sure to price this reasonably.
Of course. uh, hmm.
Because now I feel like the 25 silver for ale is insane. If you're saying that, like,
Okay, notice he's not buying one ale as in like one stein.
No,
He is buying the entire keg.
fair
yeah,
enough.
he bought like all your kegs of ale.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my math says.
Hold on.
Alright, let's have a look.
Yeah, that sounds
Where is
about
it?
right.
Okay. So that's 20 silver's worth of ingredients for other shit. So then
So we don't
how
have to worry
many-
about the price of berries because Mary Day picked them.
Right. So how many pies can we make with 20 ingredients?
20 silver's worth of
Or 20
ingredients.
silver worth of
But
ingredients?
here's the thing. This is pie using Beowulf milk, so we don't need to do the milk. And
Mhm.
I am convinced that there would have been some chicken that's left around in this village. She could have completely actually forged everything in this except the flour and sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, yeah. Oh, you okay,
And
G?
flour and sugar are
We need to
And
The
get
flour
sugar
and
would have been
sugar are pretty-
expensive. Honestly, the sugar is the most expensive ingredient in this.
Okay, so
flour
we
and
can
sugar
say that
are
a pie could be 1.5
relatively
silvers.
cheap.
So silver and 5 coppers,
Yeah,
give or take. So
I feel like that's a fair put for that.
One silver 50 per pie is about fair.
yeah. So you guys are making a ton of money off of these pies, essentially.
They are a specialty item given we haven't figured out what our regular menu is going to be. This halfling is simply lucky.
Now,
to have
here's the thing. Here's the thing. So
to
when I
purchase
say
such
silver
wares.
would be expensive, the medieval ages in the UK, they didn't make sugar. It was an imported good almost exclusively. And in this setting, trade inputs to the Mireland are greatly reduced. So sugar is expensive.
Yes.
Which is why I was saying Mary probably wasn't using much.
Yeah.
I mean,
We still had
we're
to
not
buy
using
it,
a whole
but
lot. We would still need some because you need sugar to make.
They're feeling more
Make
jammy.
sure. Yeah, what you need it for the filling, you need it for the pastry itself, so it has the right texture.
no. We still use extra sugar, but we're not using nearly as much as what would be necessarily required.
Yeah.
We would be using
which
like
isn't a
the
benefit to
minimum
us.
amount required.
essentially, which is a benefit to us.
So it's going to be flavorful, but not like overtly sweet.
Okay.
Which is exactly kind of what we're going for, since we're kind of highlighting the Baroth milk more. So perfect.
And I mean, I would say that the Baroth milk adds a lot of extra sweetness that
And the extra flavoring.
it would add extra sweetness, so that way we don't need to use the regular amount of sugar, as we've got exotic dairy providing for the deficit.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So, okay, sick. We've kind of figured that out. So I'll go up to the person who ordered
Like,
the pie.
I just want to say that this is why I'm in this campaign.
I'm a math nerd.
No, this is what the campaign is for. It's gonna be sessions, not of action and hunting monsters and doing dungeons all the time. It's gonna be lots of sessions of sitting down and going, so how the fuck do we sell this shit?
Well, because we've winged it to this point to such an extent because
Yep.
of my own nanigans always shenaning.
Yes, very much so.
And it's beautiful.
It is. It's
Because
great. I love it.
Every time, like, it's like this person introduces themselves and it's like, and who are you guys? Like, you guys are, like, obviously abnormal. But, like, who are you, right? Like, not anyone is just writing in with a fucking Baroth. Oh, yeah,
Who are
Grandpa
you? Just
Hori,
a bunch
he
of
calls
guys.
us Master Hunters. He's great. Good guy.
I feel like we can play that joke even better by not throwing that around.
Yeah.
No,
And
but
who are
here's the
you
thing.
guys? Just a bunch of guys?
Mary-
What kind
Mary
of guys?
thinks when
Normal
Master
guys?
always says that we are master hunters, that he's using master as a term of respect, not a title, and that he's just very respectful. And so she doesn't interrupt when Wib says it, because she's just like, oh, he's just so happy someone's showing him respect, and she's not going to ruin that for the little guy.
Obviously. I'm not saying that any of our characters should speak up on telling him to stop it. I'm just saying, out of character, we could pull back and bring that up a little less, just to let the wait.
Oh, I will
These
bring it up a
guys are
lot
meant to be
less.
fucking normal.
I'm gonna bring it up a lot less the moment we get the the necklaces. It's just gonna be really funny to have them roll for perception.
Because the whole
See, in this campaign, we're not the only ones rolling DM. You have to roll. Do your NPCs see?
it's like when
How well do they
NPC
see?
suffer psychic damage.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh. PB,
Yeah, so,
What?
you said that in this village there were maple trees.
Yes.
Boom, no more need to pay for sugar.
Oh my god.
Oh god, you're right.
We're making absolute
We
bank
start
off of
packing
these
those.
because we're maybe using a silver worth of ingredients on this on these pies.
And that's primarily the flour.
Yeah. And a silver worth of flour is probably a lot more silver than a lot more flour than I'm giving credit.
Probably a little bit.
That being said, we will need to tap the maple trees so that we can actually start getting the
Like
sap to make
properly
maple
getting
syrup.
Like
Yeah.
properly getting it. Okay, so we can.
Okay, so
That's gonna be easy to do that.
Oh, this first batch, yes, we bought sugar, we bought flour.
here we go.
Future batches.
The local specialty. Actually, I need to edit it. Local specialty wild pie.
Wilderberry pie.
Wildeberry Baroth. Wildeberry.
Wildeberry Baroth pie. No, that's adorable. Mary would love to say that. She'd just be like, Wildeberry Baroth pie. Wildeberry Baroth pie. Wildeberry. Berry Baroth. Make a pie.
That's gonna be what she's singing
Okay.
while she's making the pies.
The problem with that is that implies you're using wild berries and Baroth meat in the pie. Remember,
Good
meat
point.
pies are a thing.
And we're
And
not
if you're
doing that.
putting and if you're putting sweet and meat together in a pie, it's not gonna taste that good.
Okay, local special Wilderberry pie.
Mm-hmm.
And in the ingredients,
Later on, there might be a Baroth pie.
Oh, Mary might become
But-
too emotionally attached to Morticia's children, and just wait, you know,
We're
in
not killing
100
any
years, Camelot will be not a dragon riding nation. They're gonna be a Baroth riding army, and they do exclusively siege combat.
who needs dragons
Camelot
when your
literally
mount
becomes
can
experts in siege warfare.
Right.
who needs dragons when
Who
you
needs
can
dragons
have a
when you
giant
can
fucking
drive a mountain into their castle?
Bro, mountains are gonna have castles are gonna start having to like learn how to have reinforced steel bars.
No, they're gonna
They're
have to
gonna
plant
need to
giant
invest-
boar hunting spikes
Look,
all around them.
Oh my
There is
god.
a reason that moats became popular. It was to keep the Baroths out.
Yes!
They forgot Baroths can jump.
Oh my god, Baron's jump.
It's no longer Cannonball. It's Baroth Ball.
and all the history books will just be like, yeah, these master hunters
Okay,
for
so
some
I
reason.
feel like here's the thing. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that for now we're charging what? How much are we charging for the current version?
For the pies, 150.
150
we're-
silver?
No, one
No,
silver,
one-
50
No,
copper.
1 silver, 50 copper.
Okay, so that's how much we're
I
charging
said-
for the
I
pie
said
currently. I
150.
think once we actually get all this set up, the fact that this has maple sap for sugar drizzled on, I think we should actually up the price even though we're lowering the production cost. Because this thing is going to be a
a silver
marvel
75.
of culinary delight.
A silver 75. That's as far as I'm willing
Two-
to raise it.
I would say it becomes it's like you've got the 150 Wilderberry pie, but then you've got the 2 silver maple Wilderberry pie.
Ooh. Where you add like extra maple to make it extra sweet.
Mm-hmm. It's like both pies are the same, but with 4. Not even adding
Yeah.
that much value on top.
It's
We just
literally
put
just
a
50
drizzle
cents.
of maple syrup, like barely a copper's worth, just drizzled on the top as like garnish.
Okay,
And we
okay,
charge
Have a
50
little
cents
extra
for just like
maple
any
Maple for
rightful
sugar,
ice
and
cream
then
shop.
maple Wilderberry pie. Same recipe.
More maple.
Because the thing is that
Maple.
old pubs
With
would 100% do this.
Oh, 100%.
No, 100%. Yeah.
Because like they would sell you fries, right? And then they'd sell
And
you
then there are
fries
seasoned
with gravy.
fries. Yeah, or
No,
yeah, there's gravy
They'd
fries.
sell you
or-
fries with gravy, and it would just like double the price.
now,
And
now
then
here's,
there's-
Even though
here's
the
what I,
ingredient
here's
cost
what
of
I
the gravy
eventually want
adds
to
like
do.
nothing.
Mhm.
Alright, so you have the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like I'm typing it out in the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what in the fuck am I reading right now? The title of the video that I found just now is Satisfactory Skyblock.
What?
Hmm.
How?
That's
Those are
why
good.
I clicked it. Excuse the fuck out of me.
I
How?
know Sky Factory's a thing, but Satisfactory Skyblock. How? Pounced.
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
okay.
How does that work?
Secondarily, the fuck.
So obviously it's heavily modded, but apparently there's a buildable node mod for Satisfactory.
Ah, that doesn't sound overpowered at all.
So if you look at the tavern menu,
Exotic Wildberry pie, but this time in addition to maple drizzled on top, uh, powered.
I meant powdered.
No, it's powered. Powered topping of white sugar. Um.
Like,
Rolls for 4
when
silver.
white sugar became a thing, it was worth more than gold.
Fair. I have an alternative. I feel. What could we do? What's an alternative?
So Giuseppe, Blib, and Mary are just hustled over in the kitchen discussing this as Mary's making the pie, explaining where she got the ingredients. I want this whole conversation to be in canon.
Yes.
Well,
Brib
not
is
the
there.
sugar bit, because we don't know that exists yet. Giuseppe might have an inkling.
If we ever get the exotic, like getting up to the exotic one might take a bit. Might take a bit of doing.
Yeah, might take a bit.
Yeah, but whatchamacallit, Brib would have like a little like scratching paper essentially, and be writing a bunch of like numbers down.
But of course, this means we need to first hear of this white sugar.
I know. That's why I like that one would be the log haul. I'm just writing it down so I don't forget it.
Of course.
Here, I'll even add a note.
And then whatchamacallit. All right. So then once we finish the pie, I'll bring it out to the guy.
I'd like to present it. She made the pie.
Oh, okay. You want to bring it out?
Yes, Mary would walk out, lean over, and hold out the pie. Now, Mary isn't currently wearing like her priest outfit. She actually has more like a milkmaid tavern dress that she's wearing for this.
Yeah.
She's got an apron on too, so it looks nice.
The halfling will look will just look.
See, this is like this is one of the major inspirations for Mary Day's aesthetic. So imagine, someone dressed like this comes out and bends over like this, holding a pie.
From what and where?
So, that's
it's a macrophage from cells that walk.
Yeah. They're meant to be like very like milk coated, I suppose is the best way to explain it.
The macrophage
What
is
do
the
you
cell
mean
in the body that
suppose?
takes the diseases, chops them up, and serves them to the other cells so they know what to look for.
What do you mean supposed? That is definitely milk coated.
Yes, and basically that's the
that
aesthetic
sword.
I want to give Mary.
Like for reference, how they
that's
fight.
Our butcher's cleaver for butchering the large game meat.
Like legitimately, normally whenever you see them when they're not in the middle of a fight, they're like doing normal like cooking stuff like that, just cleaning. The moment that the virus comes in, they have giant war hammers, giant meat cleavers, fucking scissors.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Like,
doing
these are all canonical images, and this one is just.
They're also so often covered in blood, but also just the cheerful MILF, the cheerful mom girl. Like a cheerful mom as she has this halfling just looks wide-eyed at that pie. He's practically starting to float over the table at its aroma.
I think I'm gonna add I think I'm going to add a bit of lip gloss maybe to Mary's design.
All right.
Just make it a little glossy.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. As oh god. As he would just, as soon as he put down the pie, Mary, he just he just starts digging into it. Like the way he's digging into this pie, you would have sworn that he hadn't eaten in days.
Mary just smiles down as she watches him eat, kind of like the eyes of a mother looking at a young child, but not quite.
Yes. As it's just chowing down on this pie, loving it so much.
So they're gonna probably happily pay the silver 50.
Yeah, no, he happily pays the silver 50. He actually overpays with 2 silvers, primarily
Let's
because he doesn't have
go!
change.
Fuck yeah!
The primary reason
Lack
for
of
that is just that he doesn't have change, so he'll just pay with 2 silvers.
Well, I mean, asking for change would be less time he can shove pie in his mouth.
Exactly.
And that's a damn good pie.
So as he come out with the pie and everything, they will just be the two clearly merchant type men. Like the other 3 are clearly meant to be like adventurers, guarding a caravan vibe. Well, the 2 humans are clearly merchants, as they're just watching their companion, watching their guards. One's drinking himself to death or attempting to. One is going to town on a pie like no one else.
And he was just previously egging on the previous guy to drink more.
Yes. And the elf just crashes. He's just crashed. He's just laying on the table.
Elf.exe is not existent.
Exactly. Elf.exe System 32 not responding. As he is just laying there, almost like catatonic. Eventually, the 2 brothers will just kind of look at each other, look at you all, and go, if we would like to ask if there's anything you guys would want on a monthly delivery basis, maybe? As
We want a piece of our pie now.
What do we need?
because again, it's about give or take a 3-week to month round trip around the mire.
Looks to the dwarf who's now purchased all our ale.
I mean, they just also gave us a gold piece.
Like that
True,
ale
but I
was
mean,
just
like, that
pure
is kind of what we
profit.
need now.
Well, we did just run out of our ale.
Anyway, of course, we know a fairly fine brewery we can get ale for a decent price from.
Until we get our own brewery set up.
Again,
Sounds
it'll be about a month and about give or take 3 weeks, maybe a month, till we come around again. So
Understood.
do keep that in mind. Unfortunately, we aren't carrying any food or edible goods at the moment. We're in fact doing a round of restocking some smitheries.
Ooh, so I need like a decent amount of every ingredient possible, essentially, because we're gonna, especially bread. Actually, instead of bread, we're gonna get wheat, and I'll hand make my motherfucking bread. I will.
I mean, Mary's used to Rising Ollie walking on the dairy farm, but now she's not on a farm, so yeah, she'll just be up in the morning and she can help. She's got the muscle for it.
Yeah,
So
this is
it's like,
perfect.
make a bit of a list, and they'll see what they can be able to bring whenever they're
Oh.
coming around.
A lot of it is like basic stuff. So they don't see a whole lot of like the most expensive stuff that we're actually going to be getting imported, I guess, for now is meat. We're going to go to the capital once we get our saddle and get some chickens for eggs and possibly some
We're buying chickens. I'm sold. We'll go into the capital.
Wonderful. If only that's what I came up with first.
I cannot express my love of eggs enough.
Fair enough.
So there is. You guys are make out the list. They're just saying, most expensive items here would be cuts of meat and.
Yes, we need imported pork.
You are aware that it's much cheaper to buy a half or a quarter of a carcass than it is just to buy individual cuts.
Wait, why aren't we doing that then?
Because there's no one to sell it in this area.
But they're offering. They're doing trips for us. So we'll just pay them.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I'm gonna switch cutlets of meat to fucking entire carcasses.
Well, you see, the issue with that is that, see, in the medieval times, pork was interesting. It wasn't the same as sheep's or cattle. Basically, PB, I sent you a whole video about this from the historians.
You did.
How it would work is the pigs were basically allowed to free range in a forest, and the pig's butcher was also their shepherd and just kind of lived on site and would gather them up and butcher them there, then take that to the market. So you didn't really get buying a carcass of pork specifically.
Yes, of course. Again, they're more offering carcasses of cow, sheep, stuff like that.
And I want ham for bacon.
Ham comes from pig.
Yeah.
Which is the cutlets that they're okay. So we'll order. So the most expensive stuff is going to be the cutlets of ham.
Yes.
Because that's the only actual thing that we're going to be getting imported, other than like carcasses. Because otherwise it's useless. So because all the other stuff like the bread, I'd rather make that ourselves.
Oh yeah, definitely. Except eventually we're gonna have to go over to the mainland and get and head to Toishverland to get the peppernickel recipe, because that's like the best bread we have access to at the moment.
Of course. Okay. Thank you very much. We will be on our way soon enough, but we thank you for the fine meal and looks at the dwarf who's just finished the third keg.
Holy shit!
Again, he's just chugging these. Like you're Mary Day. You're not even like. Can you give me like a perception check as you're watching him chug down these things?
There's nothing wrong here at all. This is the most normal dwarfish activity that a dwarf has ever dwarfed.
Of course, he's not even breathing when he's drinking. He's just chugging it all down. This is the most normal dwarf thing ever. Completely normal dwarf.
I'm gonna roll a perception just to see. I only have a +3, so I doubt it's gonna be much good.
Watch, you're gonna get a nat 20.
I got a 19. So I got a 22.
Oh god. So yeah, no,
I got a 22.
Reb, this is not normal dwarf activity. You know for a fact, dwarves do drink a lot. But this man isn't even breathing as he's drinking, as he's chugging down he just like rips open another barrel. Hasn't even taken a breath in the last like 5 minutes. He swear.
He's just inhaling.
Yes, he's just inhaling all this ale, like nearly non-stop.
I'll just kind of go up to him and like very very lightly to fuck with him a little, like out of character. This is to fuck with him a little bit more. I'm going to very lightly tap his back. Are okay?
He just sets down the half-finished keg, looks at you, it squints, squints a moment before he will grab you by like wrap an arm around your head. I'm doing great. In fact, I'd like to name your brother for the feat of strength you just described.
What did he say?
He'd like to name your brother for the feat of strength you described.
Brim doesn't even know what that means.
He's just babbling on, mostly in Dwarvish.
Let me check. Do I speak Dwarvish? I do.
Actually,
Mary Day, most of what you're hearing is primarily is like half of what this dwarf is saying is stuff regarding how strong the bird's ancestors must be if he could be able to lift something like that with ease.
And tame the mother bear off.
And tame the mighty bear off. I got you. It's like his words are getting very, very slurred as he finally finishes.
And I would walk
the
over
keg.
and kneel down and kind of pick up the last barrel, handing it to one of the dwarves' companions. I think it's probably best you save this one for the road.
The two humans will just like, indeed. He literally blew all of his travel expenses on the sale.
Those travel expenses that he just blew is gonna be what we use to pay him for the stuff that he's gonna deliver.
Oh, I'm trying to not feel bad, but my guilt is slowly beginning to overwhelm my humor. Can we cut to the next scene?
Yes, yes, we can. So eventually, these people leave with the owner, with the two men, having tipped about having left about 38 coppers and 25 silvers.
It's still not a bad haul.
We made so much today.
We did.
Hey, we are now officially in the green.
Mm-hmm.
And you were concerned about our profit margins.
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy when you gouge people.
Only lightly.
We'll set fair prices once we get established, is how I'm going to rationalize this.
Hey, what are you talking about? These are absolutely fair fucking prices, and I honestly, the kegs should have probably been priced a little higher to deter them from buying out our stock.
I mean, we didn't know they were going to slap down an entire gold, though.
I need to explain. Giuseppe haggles the price of this medium quality ale down, spending 32 silver on 4 kegs, and we get 100 silver, meaning we've gotten twice what we paid into it in profit.
I'll be right back and you go use the bathroom. We keep discussing all this.
He said we already made that much.
The thing is that, like, the way restaurants usually work is that there are overheads, of which, due to the time we are living in,
I know.
we have very, very few. So while we're charging a reasonable price, we're making more revenue due to the lack of expenses that we currently
Ye-
have.
That's the best part. It's the lack of expenses that are making it better for us.
And I need to
Because
say,
there
this
are
As
is
so
we get
little things that we
income
actually
tax.
need.
Income
Can I
tax.
please finish?
Okay,
Yes.
go.
The thing is that as we get bigger, as we get more influence, yes, we'll have a bigger, stronger customer base, but our need for supplies is going to increase, and we are going to start incurring those overheads. So we might be making a lot now, but once things start taking off, we're going to be getting a lot less revenue.
Yes,
That's just kind of how that works.
Yes. I just wanted to point out that sales tax and income tax don't yet exist in this country.
No, they don't.
Which is a beautiful thing. Because you know what
But I
my
mean,
favorite thing to do is? Evade taxes.
You don't
if
even
there
have
are
to
no
do
taxes,
that.
you can't evade them,
Exactly.
can you?
It's the best possible outcome. There are no taxes to evade.
Now, I just need to know if we are all in agreement that if somebody in the monarchy says, I would like to impose this new concept called a sales
We
tax.
kill 'em.
Yes, we kill him. Mary is going to have a prophetic dream from Sekhmet herself saying that it is Solvar's will that this man dies, and Mary's gonna sit up and be like, oh goodness me, and she's gonna
Evil.
shake over the party and like, the god has told me we must kill this man for the sake of the kingdom.
He is evil.
Giuseppe just invites them.
No,
To see
except
Tavern
that's funny because
Outback.
Giuseppe does know about the concept of an income tax from being in the Soul Empire.
He invites him out back so that he can pet the bear off, and no one ever sees him again.
no, so there he is petting the bear. He's like, oh, this is such a magnificent creature. You said it was a gentle as a cow. And Mary's like, mm-hmm.
Yep.
She slowly moves a thumb across her mouth, her throat, and Mary nods.
the Morticia slowly opening her mouth, going further and further down.
It's like, why don't you stick your hand in their mouth? Feel those teeth. They're really strong. It's like,
Yoink.
what? Why would I? Oh, yes, they do look very sharp and strong and so well kept. Who does her dentistry?
Bones of her enemies.
No.
Enemies.
Don't
Okay, I am back. Hello.
fuck your income tax.
Oh, jeez, yoink, Scoop. I think we're gonna have to kill this guy.
Okay, what the fuck did I
Okay, so if somebody in the Mirelands government decides to impose some sort of income or sales tax, Mary's gonna get a dream from Sekhmet, explaining it as the will of Solvar that this man must die for the good of the whole world. And Mary's gonna wake up and be like, oh, goodness me, oh, gracious. And she's gonna get out, she's in her nightgown and nightcap, and she's gonna wake the rest of the party, and they're gonna be in the tavern, a single lantern on the table, and she's going to be like, I was given a message. The goddess says we must kill this man for the sake of the world. And Giuseppe knows about income taxes from his time in the Soul Empire, so he's like, and we invite this man out to the restaurant, full catered meal. We invite him out back so he can see Morticia and pet her strong stone hide, and look at how big and strong her teeth are. And she's so well trained. You can stick your whole arm inside her. As
And then,
as
ooh,
Mary's just
Stick your
standing
whole
behind the guy
head in there.
slowly moves a thumb across her throat.
and that politician was never seen again.
That tax
The
man
story-
was never
the
seen
sto-
again.
Yeah, the story goes that that after they pet the bear off, they went to the outback, and the tavern orders, they came back relatively quick, but for whatever reason, that guy never came back from the head. No one ever saw him after that. You know that he went. It was very not suspicious. You know the tavern owners would never do that to someone.
No, he got back in. He sent him on his way.
And that's
he
where
didn't make it back
Mary's
into the capital, maybe
persuasive
he was
smile comes in.
maybe on his way back to the capital, he got set upon by the bandit.
No, no, all the bandits that were definitely not already eaten by Morticia because they were a night snack.
Yes, I just imagine that some poachers hear about our exotic butters and come to poach it, and then there's just two poachers
They
looking.
come at the two poachers. They come out back in the middle of the night. They're gonna try and steal Morticia, and they realize it's a wait. Did that mountain just move?
Dave, I think that
ground
mountain
moving?
just moved.
This was a bad idea.
These fools won't know what hit them. And and then they open the door and it's just Morticia.
They open the door. From the rafters, they hear a 3-part sting. As Brev uses the spell to close the door. Those poachers are never seen again.
Nope.
I mean,
Not-
eventually we'll have a full-on bond. Mary's gonna make sure we get a bond for our bear-offs.
Oh, absolutely. We have to have a big enough section for them.
Cheat. No, Matt. Don't do that.
It's the barn off for a barrel.
Barn on.
It's a barn off.
Work in progress. It's a work in progress.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay.
God.
So-
We're gonna become bear off breeders too.
Eventually just commissioned, so we just have so much bear off merch. Like, can you just imagine like a plush bear off hat?
Wait,
my
there's a
God.
we sell a real life like a 5th to scale bear off plushie.
It would be so big. It would be bigger than Mary.
Yeah.
It's like those
We're gonna
life-size Lucario plushies.
That one might be a little pricey.
It's
I
literally
think
like
little
the
pricey is an understatement.
We're gonna start off with little ones so that we can establish a market base of them. Like
Exactly.
Mary can be sewing these in her spare time when traveling.
Right, but then eventually I want one that's like a 5th of the size.
like.
So it's like you can advertise it as like 5th of the actual scale of Morticia.
It's literally the size of Barry and Larry.
Oh, yo, we could do Barry and Larry life-sized.
We then get
They're
wooden
just the
ones and
size
create
of fucking
rocking
horses.
barrels.
Oh my rocking bears.
And then one day, a military man comes like, I need you to make me a life-size wooden bear off. Hollow.
It was like, who are you? How did you get in here? And why are you stealing our plans?
for some reason, 2 months later, that same hollow Baroth was gifted to an opposing country.
And that is how the Mirelands successfully invaded the Soul Empire.
No, because here's the thing: the Soul Empire would think it an effigy offering and just set it out on fire first. You have to be mindful about who you're trying this with.
I know, but the idea this is how the Mireland somehow counter invades the Soul Empire is funny.
Oh Lord. Oh God. Like they put it to they scheduled it to burn. So they that's how you get away with it.
So
They got it. They were just like, "Oh, we're currently on backlog of shit to burn."
Now, you want to know the best part? You want to know the best part is that because Mary Day grew up on a dairy farm, she has advantage to animal handling checks, regarding cattle, specifically dairy cattle. And we've now thoroughly slaughtered the bear-offs as dairy cattle.
I feel like I
have.
should get animal handling proficiency with specifically barrels.
Mary can train you in that. She can mentor
Let's
you in
go.
that.
I've just been taking care of Morticia because Morticia and I got a special bond.
Mary's also been doing that because she actually knows how to do that.
Meanwhile,
You
Giuseppe
have the
has
bod,
taken
she has
care
the
of Barry and
experience.
Larry.
That's beautiful.
Okay, I need to take
Great.
my dishes down. Then I guess we set out to the capital.
Let's go to the king, where he will hopefully not make an enemy.
Yeah, because I don't want this campaign to end early.
No,
Mhm.
me either.
Or at least we don't want to lose the burb too soon.
Well, I have a backup character in the works.
Specifically
Just-
Brib too soon.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah,
Valid.
Breb is too good. Breb is just...
I could, yeah, if push comes to shove, I could draw up another picture, this one of Mary in her tavern dress with, I don't know, Libby.
It's a little,
You only have one vowel in your name. It's kind of hard to make alternatives of it.
Yeah.
I'll be
his name is already a fucking alternative of bird.
I know what he's wanting to do, and I fucking love it. It's great. It's dumb, but it's great.
I'm not trying to get him killed. Because the idea has been implanted, I have a backup character in case. But also, that king. Come on, king. Don't be like your daughters.
mm-hmm.
That's all I request, king. And it's more of a warning than anything.
It's sort of a warning.
If anything, if anything, from what I can guess, it's going to turn out it's Baber, so we're in the clear.
Because we're gonna take Morticia to go to the capital.
Which is one hell of a statement, might I add.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
We need to get there.
No, you don't take into the fact, again, Morticia's probably the biggest monster in the fucking Mirelands. There's a reason Grandpa Hori and that young man were terrified.
And
Like,
now
again,
the
me and
door.
Slaya had worked out that... Remember the Rathian thing we had been mentioned earlier in the campaign? About like how there's an invasion of like 20 Rathians that suddenly appeared. We came up with the
They're only
idea
babies.
that they are very small, like not infant, but like child Rathians that had migrated here for some reason. And like the royal family to the Baxylands had come in to assist in this like invasion of monsters. And that the Baxi Queen had arrived
Oh.
to offer
Thinking she was
assistance.
gonna get a good hunt.
And all she saw was just like 20 or so child monsters that are like so small in her eyes they're not worth hunting.
Uh-huh.
And it just terrified the entire king, the head wizard of the time. Just like, what do you mean they get
We ride
bigger?
in on Morticia. We get immediately knighted.
We were riding in with Morticia, and it's just, oh gods, what did my daughters do?
Who did my daughters piss off this time?
And it's just, hi, name Brib.
It's like, hello, I'm Brib.
Oh god.
This is a very sane campaign.
Oh, I love it. It's great. It's so dumb, but I love it.
I think this is exactly what we all signed up for.
No, it is. It is. That's the best part. Like, for me, this is what I signed up for. This is what I signed up for when I was deciding to run this campaign.
Mhm.
This is what you signed up for when you invited me.
Exactly.
You knew it. You understood
When
it.
I invited Breb to do this campaign, I knew this was going to get interesting. It's just
I tend to pull shit from my ass, and it kind of just tends to work. I don't know
mean,
why.
it's kind of the best way to do D&D. Pull shit from ass, see if dice make work.
and the dice that I have, I literally have this black and gold metal dice set that was my
Oh,
first
nice.
dice set that I got.
Oh,
And
nice.
I just rolled it for shits and giggles while we're talking. I got a 19.
You do indeed have the liver of the dice.
Believe in the spleen of the cards.
And if I want to be like extra sure that the dice want me to do something, like it's a crucial roll or something I really want to happen, I have a solid copper 5-pound metal D20.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
And I have rolled above a 15 on that so many times.
Jeez. Okay.
5 pounds. What's that? Like the size of a golf ball, then?
It is 2.5 inches in diameter. No, maybe it's
That's a huge fucking
it's a
die.
baseball. It's like a
Yeah.
It's fucking huge.
Jeez.
I have a metal. No, it's not metal, but it's still like I still have a golf ball size D100.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dear God.
They have a baseball-sized D20 that is solid copper.
Oh, dear mother of dear Mary
And
Mother of Jesus.
that's not even all the things that I want. Eventually, okay, eventually, I will be getting myself a tungsten D20,
Oh God.
Oh my.
and that is 40 pounds. And it's roughly the same size.
Oh yeah.
I
It's tungsten. It's way heavier metal.
know. I
Yes,
love
it
tungsten.
is.
I love tungsten so much.
Hmm. Geez, you'd have to go to the gym just for that thing.
No, that is my gym.
Yeah, you're right. That is your gym.
I know what I should be doing. I should be carrying around a tungsten cube all the time. Perfect workout.
Yeah, it's only like $1,500.
$1,500 for a fucking 5-inch cube, a 5
Time
by
for my
5
daily
by 5
D&D
cube.
workout. One dice curl. Two dice curl.
You know what's funny though? When I was in high school, I trained to chuck caddies at people.
Mm.
And you may doubt that, but I started my senior year of high school throwing the 5 pounds at people
Oh God.
for reaction time. And I would just chuck it. I'd curl it a few times, then I would just chuck it at people. Hey, what time is it? I don't know, 5 o'clock.
Oh dear
What
God.
time is it? Reaction time check. Chuck.
This...
I then upped it by like the mid-year to the 15 pounds, I think it was, or I can't remember. But by the end of the year, I was chucking caddies at people.
So you go, hey, what time is it? Reaction time.
The amount of people whose reaction time improved that year, let me tell you. People's reaction time, on point. On point.
So,
Because it
what
would
time
be
is
like
it?
right
Time
out.
event.
Bro. Time event.
Quick time event. Oh
Bro.
Lord.
There was one. So I created a workout for a friend of mine.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Okay. Hold on. I'm finding it. Da-da-da-da. Come on, where is it? Where is it? I notated it down. Here it is. What's your weight?
My weight?
My weight. I am about.
Anyone's.
I'm
Hello.
about 310.
Okay. So, this workout is leg presses. Okay, so that big ass machine that you just crunch your legs on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this workout is for. So we get 310. We go to a calculator. We times that by 2.45. We minus that by 118, 118, which is the base weight of the machine, of the leg press.
Okay.
Just so you know. And then you divide that by 45.
Okay.
Congratulations, that's 14 caddies.
Okay.
Huh? What did I just sit down to?
I'm explaining a workout regimen that I made when I was back in high school.
This is the conversation moved on from his desire for a tungsten D20 that weighed like 40 pounds.
I want a tungsten D20. I have my 5-pound solid copper D20. I want a tungsten one.
Hey, Breb, can
It's
you
the
please roll
logical
to
next
destroy the
step.
world? Please roll world damage, please. Pulls out solid tungsten D20.
No, world damage is uranium.
Depleted uranium.
He didn't say depleted.
I didn't say depleted and I didn't say plated. I want solid uranium, baby.
Uranium
Fever's got
gonna
me
get
at
me
the
down.
ball. Uranium fever's
Oh.
running all around.
So, PB, the
Yes.
reason why you're lucky is because what you got was 14.25. If you had gotten 14.5, it would have gone up to 15, and because I don't like odd numbers, you would have had 16 caddies.
Okay.
But so essentially, 14 caddies, which a caddy is 45 pounds, so that's 630 pounds, plus the 118. So 748 pounds
Are you
is
helping
what.
PB set up an exercise routine or something?
No, this is the one that I created back when I was in high school.
I am trying
get-
to lose weight. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Well, this regimen, because I'm not done. If you decide to do it, is essentially suicides for leg presses. Because what you do, so you get 14 caddies, so 7 caddies each side of the leg press.
okay.
You do 10. Okay, so you do 10 presses. You lock it, you take a caddy off of each side, and you do that until you get to 0.
Okay. Okay.
And which you do 20 at 0, and you add them all back.
Okay.
That's it. It's a very simple regimen.
I can tell.
Maybe don't commit suicide by leg press.
No.
I won't.
It's suicides as in the running. You know when you like run back, run to a line, run back, run to a further line, run back, run to a further line, run back.
Yeah.
It's that, but it was leg presses.
I fucking hated those tests in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you
I
do this,
still
I can
remember the
guarantee you-
fucking audio that was always the same in every school for the fucking what was it? What was it called?
But also, Jericho changing the Tyrannosaurus rods from gods into D20s.
I can
Lyle would
guarantee-
take issue with the lack of aerodynamicy.
So I had my buddy do this for himself for
This is more
half of
just
the
the
school
carpet
year.
bombing of it.
and his thighs turned into fucking thunder thighs. This man looked like Thor.
They're unmarked D20s, and he's just like, okay, rolling for world destruction damage. Oh wow, every single one a nat 20.
Well, I would have so many issues with that.
God, I just remember what that test was called. It was specifically the running portion. Oh, God. The Fitness Gram Pacer test. It's a...
The fitness gram pacer test.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-aerobic stage test.
Jesus.
I don't remember the audio fully, but I remember in most of it because it's just burned into my memory.
I hate that you're bringing it back.
I hate it.
So Mary would start gathering up supplies for the trip.
Right, okay.
Because you can't just go visit a king. You have to bring a gift.
Of course. So you guys
I will be petting and giving some love to all the Baroths, giving scratches to Morticia. I'm looking to give good enough scratches to have Morticia's back leg hit the ground.
Yes. Bum, 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 bum,
It had to basically be laying on her back doing like snow angels.
Oh yeah. That's you guys when you come out with all of the stuff, you're not only like your body is fucking flying up every step you're going. You're completely calm doing it though because you're used to it.
Yeah, no, you guys are so used to
He's
this.
developed a new type of like skip walk in rhythm with it.
Yes.
Oh my god! Eventually, all the regulars are gonna also have the same skip walk.
It's just Mary, skipping along in rhythm so that the ground's still when she lands on it.
But I'm just sitting there giving them all big scratches.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
That being said, I think that
Okay, so this is
now we have
a little silly, but that adventuring party comes back for the holidays.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Oh my god, I love it.
What was it? Where do you?
In general.
Look at general.
That being said, now that we've got a course of action and stuff to do, I think it would be good to call session here so that way we can have Bonnie join us for the big trip.
Wait, there's one thing that I need to do before session can be ended.
Okay, what's up?
Sorry it took a whole week. I'm not used to quite so dynamic poses.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much.
Yes. I love that. She's terrified, running for
and middle suffocating body.
The fact that you gave her just the right yandere eyes.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I didn't give her any eyes. If you,
Which is
I'm just
exactly
saying, like,
the
a
point.
haunter. Honestly, like, I just imagine behind her for some reason is a fucking haunter.
Oh my lord.
You see, you've got the shadow over the eyes, and then they've got the yandere glow.
They glowing.
But yes, but Bonnie is currently suffocating. Mary is scared out of her life.
The princess looks terrifying. I love just how scary a princess who's supposed to look all kind and gentle can just terrify everyone because, dear God, She's wearing pink. Run. She's
Look,
wearing pink.
it-
Run for your lives.
it was Princess is coming into the harbor and she's looking over the crowd. Oh fuck! Oh no!
It's the princess. She's meant to be demure and kind. And what's this malicious aura?
Literally,
The
the
vibe
aura
is-
around her
The
is
vibe is
just.
different.
Now,
So
it was
they have
during this that I
space.
realized Mary would be the personification of I'm trying to sneak, but I keep alerting the gods.
Yes.
Morticia's also that same thing though.
True.
Morticia is also, I am trying to sneak, but I am alerting the entire world that we exist. Don't take this as a complaint, by the way. I love
no,
it.
no, I'm not. I'm just. Oh
Also,
God.
I think I'm getting slightly better at, because, like, Mary has, quite defined biceps and shoulders. She has that Minotaur strength, but she also has the Minotaur curves.
That's fantastic.
Oh dear Lord, I love it.
She wasn't gonna capture us. Absolutely the fuck not. There were red alarms all over.
There are so many red flags you can make an entire country out of them.
It was such a red flag. I could have sworn I was just looking at red fucking sand.
All right, I'll be spending the week doing my best to make Camelot.
Yeah.
Mhm. But there's so
Uh,
many red flags we could set sail.
There's so many red flags. We would be able to set sail and take Morticia.
yes. Uh, uh, hold on. I'll at Bonnie to make sure she sees it so she can get a bit more, so she can get a bit cheery.
All right. Before we all
Oh,
leave.
okay, no, I
what's
got
our-
one, I got one.
Oh,
There are so many red flags. The Soviet Union is invading.
And
There's
with
so-
that,
you
we'll
know
end
what?
off the stream.
you know what? There's so many red flags. America mistook it for an oil location and invaded.
Eh.